It's snowing in Oklahoma! Yay!
I'm Rebekah.
And I'm Tammy.
And welcome to a Chick That Knits podcast.
Come inside. Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a pretty minute. So I think we were last on here right before Thanksgiving. Well, Rebekah and I ended up really sick over Thanksgiving. I think we got the same thing. And I swear we were down a good 10 days.
If not more. I mean, I don't think we regained our energy or anything for a good 2 to 3 weeks afterward.
Yeah. So there was some weird virus going around. We got it anyway. We were down hard for that, right on top of our Advent. So November and December are our busiest months. We've been really busy. So we're both well now. She got revisited with another sickness after Christmas.
Yeah.
I was safe from that, thankfully. But anyway, we're both well now. We're both back to work. We close from Christmas to New Year's just so we can get a break. You know, it's really interesting. So Black Friday is a famous shopping day all over the world, followed by Small Business Saturday. And every year, we are so tired putting those Advents together and doing everything that we cannot tolerate one more second. We're just absolutely...
And it was kind of a blessing in disguise this year because we did get so sick. I think we both got sick kind of Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
We were supposed to do Thanksgiving at your house and we ended up canceling.
I canceled Thanksgiving. I didn't want to get anyone sick, so we didn't do Thanksgiving. Anyway, we're back.
We're healthy.
We're healthy. We're back.
We got to see some family over the break.
Yeah. We closed that winter break from Christmas to New Year's.
I got to go squish some babies.
She went to she's from Illinois. She's got a
niece and a nephew.
2-year-old?
No, he's only a year and a half. He'll be 2 in May. So Cohen will be 2 in May, and then Camry
New one.
Is only 3-4 months old, and she's so cute and so precious. She's not little anymore. She's getting pretty chunky. She's wearing, I think, 6 to 9 month clothes now. Her brother's really big too, so they're just so sweet. I love playing with them, spoiling them for sure.
Knitting for them. Oh, can you? So Rebekah does all the editing on here. I don't know any of this stuff, but if you can, Rebekah, she made a darling little top for both of them. Can you put that picture?
Yeah, we'll
here?
put some pictures here.
Okay.
They're kind of matching. They both have stripes or color blocking. I followed the Tincan Knitz Flax DK pattern just without the garter ridge on the shoulder. So it's just a plain stockinette sweater. For sure Cohen will be able to wear it for a couple years. I made him a couple sizes too big.
But you'll see the pictures, how cute they are.
They're pretty cute.
Yeah, so cute little baby tops.
Yeah. So we did our Christmas break and we're back now. We've been back for a week and a half and we're planning lots of fun things for y'all. We've been clearing house, so if you go to our website right now, we have a bunch of stuff on clearance. Trying to make some room for some new stuff. Getting rid of some old stuff.
Let me just say, there's nothing old here.
No.
So, I'm not a pack rat. So
Definitely not.
Sometimes even 3 to 6 months I get tired of a color and I want to refresh it. So nothing's more than, anyway. But we have come back from our Christmas break. We have cleared out a bunch of colors because we have a whole year of color collections planned. And so we have to make room for our new colors. And it's the year of shows this year. So we're going to maybe 3 big fiber festivals this year. We've got a couple trunk shows. Next month in February, we're going to be in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Yeah.
At Tracy's shop, Hot Springs Fiber Company for February.
Yeah. Which we're going to have a whole web page on our website dedicated to just the event, so you can go look at our events, see where we're going to be. If we're close to you, we would love to see you.
Absolutely.
We would love to meet you. Come bring all of your finished objects. We love seeing finished projects. We love meeting you. We love visiting.
March, we're going to be in Nashville.
Yeah.
At the Nash Yarn Fest. Arnie and Carlos, I don't want to say they're hosting it, but they're the
Main
celebrities
event
that are coming. And so we're really excited about Nash. We've got some fun colors planned. So
and it's the first year for the Nash Yarn Fest, so we're excited.
Yeah.
We're honored to be invited to the first ever Nash Yarn Festival. We're really excited. We've been planning what we're going to wear, which is going to be really fun. You'll see us
because we
when
need
we get
new
there.
samples, and our new colors. So we have the best job ever.
Yeah, we've been planning a lot, racking our brains how to bring you the best colors, things to bring you joy and happiness throughout the year, because it's a craft. We love what we do, and we want to share that with you.
And the fiber, oh my gosh, we're going to carry 3 bases of fiber. We're bringing those to all the shows for the spinners. The spinning is really, I think, gotten a new breath of fresh air as a hobby. There's a lot of people spinning. So Rebekah's in the fiber department. She'll be bringing fiber to you. So we've got a lot of plans. But yeah, there's some big sales going on, guys. So if you haven't checked the sales section in our website, go check the sales section.
Things are listed 50 to 25% off.
And they go quick, guys. When I put a sale out there to the general public, I usually run out of stock in 1 to 2 days. So check the sales section. There's a lot of beautiful new colors in there, actually.
Yeah.
So something we're getting to work on next week. So we did an we did an advent box this year, and it was our best-selling advent box ever. And so we kind of got inspired to do some other boxes.
I'm going to put a picture right here. Haley, who helps us with our social media, she took a really pretty picture of all of the colors, so I'll put it right here. It was super pretty, really dark, dreamy colors. I have one myself. I have not worked on it at all, but I will one day. But they're really pretty colors. We've had really great feedback. It was a really good success, and thank you for purchasing. We open those early in the spring, so if you want to take part in this upcoming 2025 Advent, sign up for our newsletter folks. Get the first
I've already
information.
had people request to buy 2025's Advent, but I have no theme yet. We're not ready. And thank you. That's really kind of you, and it makes us feel good. But we won't release it till March because we want to have a theme. So you don't know what you're getting. I mean, you know what you're getting, but you don't know the colors. We give you an image to say this is what the colors will be. So we'll show you the image of our Advent, which is dark and dreamy, and then we'll show you the colors we made for that Advent. Our interpretation of those colors. Yeah,
so we normally, for most colors that we create, we have a picture or an idea. We call it our muse, that we draw inspiration from, and then we go and make those colors.
So anyway, this will open next week. So you can't get this yet, but we're going to open it next week. And this is our, look at that.
This is going to be a Valentine's Day box. So we have lots of pinks.
Okay, they have to shut it down. I can't see it anymore. I guess they can rewind. But anyway, and it'll have surprises. I'm into candles now. So there might be a little candle or a toy or a surprise.
Yeah, so we're still finalizing this a little bit. We have our colors nailed down, but we're finalizing how many colors that you'll have. Our little
And we're going to give you
prizes.
little choices. So we're going to give you the option of a sock box or a mini box, or I think we might offer at least 3 boxes, 3 versions, so you can pick what you want.
50-gram boxes, so instead of a 20-gram box, you would get 50-gram skeins. It wouldn't be all of the colors for the 50 grams.
Coordinating colors.
You'll get a cute little pink box. We have a bunch of these in the back, and we're really excited to fill them for you.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout. Sign up for our newsletter. if anything I can tell you, sign up for our newsletter. That's where
Yeah.
all the information,
Yeah.
you can find all of the information, find all of the links.
Well-
I try to fill out the description when I upload the video, but sometimes I just forget. We have a lot of things going on in the background.
We want to make it special for our newsletter subscribers, so we tend to tell them first about the sale. Like I said, when we run a sale, we run out of stock in 1 to 2 days. So we let our newsletter subscribers know first, so they get first dibs on the colors and the options. Then we put it out to the public. So being a newsletter subscriber just tells you, we try to send out projects to inspire, to give you some inspiration on possibilities, things that you can make and put together, and just new things going on in the shop, new collections, sales, special happenings, things like that. So our newsletter subscribers get first dibs on all that information. So yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted. You saw us outside earlier. The snow is coming down even more. And it's, let's see, it's 2 o'clock right now, almost 2 o'clock. And my boyfriend is saying he's getting out of work early.
Yeah, my daughter just called. She's got sent home early too. We're in the heartland. We are smack dab in the middle of Oklahoma. Now, when I was a child, I'm 55. When I was a child growing up here, teenager, we had lots of snow. I mean, I went out, I have memories of playing knee deep in the snow and loving it. Well, as a grown up, the last 20 years, we don't get the snow that we used to get, hardly any. If we get a snow, we are lucky. So we typically get the ice. That being said, we're in this swath where the snow is north of us, the rain is south of us, and we get the ice. So when we panic, when there's half an inch of ice on the snow on the ground, it's because usually there's an inch of ice below it. So we really panic here in Oklahoma when it snows because of the ice. Anyway,
and when it does ice, most people lose power too.
Yes.
Our power grid isn't set up for it. I'm from Illinois, so I'm used to the snow. We get a little bit of ice, but not a lot. But Oklahoma's just not prepared for it. We don't have the snow plows like folks up north do.
That being said, I saw a snowplow on my way to work today.
But for my small town of 1,200 people, we have a couple snow plows, where for the entire state, there's only a handful.
I mean, they shut down schools last night before it even snowed. Anyway, so...
Sorry, distractions.
Yeah, so so I like to make little samples of things. And I'm sure, help me. So these are called Hexie Puffs. Oh, look what I did, guys. I made an assign pulling Hexie Puff. Help me. There.
How cute.
Look how cute that is with the little flowers on the Hexie Puff. Anyway, so Stephanie Dosen wrote a little book. It's one of my favorite books. What's it called? You have it too, don't you?
No, I don't have it.
Who was I talking to? Someone just said I have that book.
I think Bev.
Anyway, her name's Stephanie Dosen, and she has the darling book. I bet I've gotten 3 or 4 patterns out of her book. I want to say it's called Wild Thing. Anyway, Stephanie Dosen. If you look up the Beekeeper's Quilt, so the Beekeeper Hexie Puffs, she designed this. So she made these little Hexie Puffs, and you sew them together. You've got all these little edges that you sew together. Yeah, and it's called the Beekeeper's Quilt. So you make a quilt out of that. So it's a knit quilt, and it's fluffy, and it's warm, and it's just amazing.
So what you do is you knit these little Hexie Puffs. You knit the whole thing, and then before you seam it here at the top, you stuff it with stuffing.
Yeah, the fiber. Like you would a quilt or a toy. I don't sew very much, so some of the vocabulary I'm not really up on. But it's just, you can, even if you save your yarn snips. Some people save all their yarn snips for their bird's nest. You could stuff it with that. But anyway, it's just that white fiber feel stuff, and you put them together. So I had an entryway at my store downtown, and I had a bistro set. I painted it turquoise. And instead of a blanket, I made chair cushions. And so I'm making a chair cushion out of the Hexie Puffs. And when I'm done, I'm going to show it to you. It's a brilliant idea. So many people wanted to buy those Hexie Puff chair cushions from me, but again, they're samples. And I had to tell 100 people, no, you can't have them. But yeah, so that'll be fun. So this is part of that little Valentine kit. There is an assign pulling colorway in there. This is it. Yeah, so you can make the florets. This one I just purled. It's a knit, but I just purled the colors, which made a little ridge.
So you knit across them, and then you turned your work, and then knit back across them. Is that correct?
Yeah, and then this is just variegated, which is just plain. Look how pretty that is. Anyway, Beekeeper's Quilt by Stephanie Dosen. I made chair cushions. Everybody loved them. So that's super fun. Oh, guess what? So we're coming out next week. The Valentine boxes will be available next week. Well, then fast forward to February, and we're doing collections this year, and we're doing musicals. And our first musical of the year, well, yeah, Wicked was last year. Wicked's a musical, but our first musical of the year is Grease.
Yeah.
And so we have a couple colors made. We're building it. So Grease will be released in February.
We don't have exact dates yet, but again, sign up for our newsletter.
Yes. So we moved this used to be in my house, and we moved it here. So we have the studio, everything's here. So when I'm at home, I need something to do. So I've started my candle business where I do candles. And so with each collection, we're going to have a candle release. And so for Grease, we have got, what do we do? How do we make this better? Put it on my face?
Hide behind it.
Anyway. So we have got 2 candles for Grease. We've got Sandy and we've got Danny. And so this is the Sandy collection. She's pink. It's the same label. Danny gets a black tin and Sandy gets a pink tin.
Yeah.
And Sandy is a vanilla floral and Danny is a leather and tobacco.
Masculine.
I tend to really like the masculine scents myself.
I would agree with you.
But, so yeah, I'm having a really fun time with those candles. And anyway, there's some new things coming down the pipe.
Yeah, so we're going to start doing some musical collections. We're just going to kind of play it by ear, see how they do. We may have one, every other month. It just kind of depends on how things go. This is a new thing for us that we're trying out. So if you're not familiar with the collection kind of schema of business, we'll open up and we'll say, here's our Grease collection colors. You'll have the opportunity to order for a week or 2 weeks, and then we'll close that collection down and then go dye all of your colors and all of your orders for you and ship it out as we go. So they won't be available year round per se.
But they may, and especially with our locals. So our dye house is in Edmond, Oklahoma, and we have a community of locals that like to shop. And so we like to keep our collections available for, well, here's the problem. We make a beautiful colorway, and I don't want to make it go away. It's like, this is gorgeous. Like for the Outlander collection we just had, there are some gorgeous colors.
I'll be right back.
We
have
wait.
a phone call.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll visit with you. Anyway, that's just me. Lauren is Treehouse. She does a collection, shuts it down. Well, if you ever are missing a skein, you're just out of luck. You have to remember, I am a chick that knits. I'm a knitter too. So, I have the same problems you all have. When you play yarn chicken and you run out of, a little bit of yarn, you have to go get more. Well, for a hand-dyed collection, you're just out of luck if that happens. Whereas me, I tend to keep colors around it. I try to keep them around for at least a year. So if you run out of yarn, you can get more. I mean, I've had people call me from a color 3 years ago and said, I need more yarn. And many times I'll go make it for them because I'm a chick that knits and I know what it's like when you run out of yarn and when you're working on that project.
Yeah, so for our Outlander collection that we did a couple months ago, we still have most of those colors around. We cleared a few of them out, but if you go to our store online and just go to the core color collection, just shop, drop down, go to color collection, they'll all be in there with our regular colors as well.
Yeah. So we'll keep the best sellers out of the collection and maybe discontinue the ones that didn't, even if, Anyway, we're working it out. We're trying to figure it out because I don't like to open a collection and shut it down and you can't get any more yarn. And I also like it when a pattern comes out, you can go to your palette of paints, which is your yarn collection, and pull out whatever color you want. And, so I like that. So we're going to try to do a mixture of both collections, but keep them around. So yeah, so that's new for 2025.
Excuse me.
Let's see. I have, that's pretty much it. We're doing collections. We're going to do a subscription service where you get a sock with a mini once a month for the year. Our first one's going to be over chicken collections. We're going to do a quarterly shawl collection or just a quarterly box.
With a few colors, 3 to 5 to 6 colors.
Whether we do 3 full-size skeins or 5 50-gram skeins, 5 or 6, we'll see. But we're going to do a quarterly shawl section, a monthly sock, and then a quarterly fiber box, which will be fun. We really enjoy putting these boxes together. I like giving gifts. So I enjoy assembling those gifts, giving you a little surprise in that gift.
It's a good opportunity for us to be creative in another way where we're not just making
the same thing
over and over. It allows us to have the flexibility to make new colors every month or every quarter.
You guys, I need to bring Daisy here. It was just snowy and wet, so I introduced Daisy to you on here when she was a puppy. She is, and they told me, oh, she'll be a little Cocker Spaniel. She's the runt. She is no runt. She's huge for a Cocker Spaniel, and she's full grown, and she got her first real Cocker Spaniel haircut before Christmas. And I love her so much. I love her so much. So she sleeps right here. I taught her to sleep on my chest. So I'd sit on the couch knitting, watching TV while she would just sleep right here. So I could take her to bed with me. And she cuddles me. She's like a stuffed animal. I just love her. Yeah, and then when Len comes to bed, he picks her up and puts her in her bed in her room where the dogs sleep.
I don't think that would work in my household. Her
dogs are giant. They're bigger than her.
I have Stanley, who is 120 pounds. He's a Anatolian Shepherd, Great Pyrenees, and Roger, who is a red bone coonhound, who's 80 pounds. And we have a queen size bed. They both can't lay in there with us.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Stanley loves the snow. When I get home this afternoon, he's going to go run and play in the snow.
Yeah, they're inside till she gets home.
Yeah.
We'll probably be closed tomorrow, guys. Well, everybody will probably be closed tomorrow. We're getting the light version of the snow. The rest of the country is getting the heavy version.
Yeah.
If you're not on fire, you're under snow, apparently, right now in the United States of America.
Oh, let's talk about what I've been working on over the break. I am in the middle of a test knit, a brioche test knit, which is a lot of fun. The yarn's all tangled up. I am testing the Raquette pullover for Eva Christine, I think is her Instagram name. And it's all over brioche. This is the front panel.
Look at this, guys.
Isn't it so fun? What was I going to say about this? So it's knit flat, so this is the front panel, and then I'll pick up on the shoulders here, and at the back panel, I'll seam down the sides here, and then pick up my stitches for the sleeves.
Now look, she's got her little point protectors on, so her stitches don't fall off her needle. We have some fun point protectors.
Yeah, we don't have these ones.
You get 3 sets for like
$3.
$3.
We don't have these ones in the shop. Actually, Annie gave me these ones. These are super cute. I have a huge monstera in my craft room. That is humongous. I'll put a picture here. I'm a big plant lady. My craft room is full of plants.
Very green thumb.
All of the plants here in the store, I take care of. I wanted to have some plants in here just to make it cozy and homey.
I like plants too. Trust me, I love them. They bring in oxygen. They're living. I absolutely love plants, but I do not take care of them like she does. I mean, hers are all beautiful and green without a brown tip on the leaf or white stuff on it. Or I'm learning.
We're working.
Like yesterday, I try to take Wednesdays off because the girls are up here. So I try to take a weekday off, and yesterday I put the Christmas tree away, built a bookshelf I had bought, done. So I used to water plants where you take a cup and you go water the plant and then you walk away. It's not what she does. So what she does is she takes the plant to the sink or the bathtub or whatever, saturates the entire plant, maybe lets it sit in that water for a minute.
Well, I mean, all of my pots have drainage holes. We're going to go down a plant rabbit hole. I'm sorry. But if you have a plant, you want drainage holes because you don't want the water sitting in there. It's going to create your roots to rot. It'll become all mushy in the bottom. Your roots are going to rot and then your plant's going to die. So you always want drainage holes in your planters. So what I do here at the store, more specifically, I have catch trays at home that I leave my plant in. But I saturate the soil and let all the water run out. Now, if it's super, super dry, I'll put like a bowl or something underneath of it and let it sit in the bowl to rehydrate that soil, and then I'll let all of the water drain out. you want to make sure all of the excess water drains out, or else your roots
And
are
it's
going to
not
rot.
sitting in that water. Mm-hmm. See, I just took them to the sinks, made sure it was all saturated, really good, let it drain out, and then put them back. Mm-hmm. That's how we do it here. That's how she does it here at the store. She takes them to the sink. Anyway, I'm working, truly, every plant in her house is gorgeous and beautiful. She's doing something right. So I'm trying to learn from her.
A little plug. I also use, it's called Happy Houseplant Fertilizer. I have a little watering canister. You put in every single time you water your plants. And something with the formula, it doesn't put too much nutrients in. Excuse me. It puts just the right amount, and it makes them grow tremendously. That's the only way I have beautiful plants.
I ordered a Monstera from Wayfair.
That's
Wayfair, crazy. I mean, it's a furniture store. But I thought, well, it's only $34. I'll order it. It's the most beautiful, biggest, lush Monstera plant ever. I am highly, 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 highly pleased with that purchase.
Yeah.
So I ordered a plant online, and it was a wonderful experience.
I've ordered plants from, it's called Plant Proper. They only do like weekly drops, so they only have certain plants available. I think it's like every Thursday or every Friday or something. I've gotten a few plants from there, but I just go to Lowe's or our local garden store if I want a new plant. I'm not allowed to have new plants. Because, as my friends lovingly call it, my craft room is the jungle. My non-knitting friends.
She does have a lot.
They call it the jungle.
It's beautiful. By the way, if you would comment down below and let me know what you're working on. I am really interested to know what your project is and what you're working on. I am looking for a few samples and projects to inspire this year. And please tell me what your favorites are, because
I work on things. I mean, I'm knitting all the time, so I always have a project going, but it's always fun to see what other people are working on, what you're enjoying.
For example, a lot of people like to make the Musselburgh hat. You know, what is your favorite? What's your favorite? Do you have a shawl? Do you like hats? Do you like fingerless gloves? What's your favorite?
I mean, our knitting style
is different. Hello?
Yeah,
I'm working on a Hexie bath.
I'm working on a brioche sweater.
I'm working on the hardest thing imaginable in the world.
It's not that hard. It's actually really fun. It's a really easy to memorize pattern. You just repeat the pattern all the way down. But what I was saying is we have different styles. I enjoy knitting sweaters. She likes knitting shawls. Actually,
I like quick projects. I have a little bit of ADD, so if it's a long, lengthy project, I will lose interest in it. We were talking about what to do, and I'm like, oh, that's fine, 12 musicals. We'll do a month of musicals. And so we're all excited about the musicals. And then I'm like, Rebekah? I think I'm going to get tired of musicals. You know, I don't want to constrain myself or put myself in a box where I can't
be Tammy and be creative. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. So we're just trying to find ways to keep you engaged, bring you new things, new and fun things. We have stuff going on here, but we think of you when we're creating colorways, creating projects to inspire. So yeah, let us know what you're working on.
Some of our favorite things when we're out and about doing a fiber show or a trunk show or whatever, and you come up. I think that's probably my favorite thing, is when you come up and you show me what you've made out of our yarn, or what you're working on, or the sweater that you're wearing, or because we are you. We are knitters, crocheters,
we're
spinners.
fans of yarn.
We love patterns. Bev comes on Fridays and we sit and we look at what patterns we want to make. So we are you. And so let us know your favorite patterns, what you like working on, because I could really use some help right now, some inspiration as to what everybody likes to make and create to help us bring you the best products possible. Yeah,
for sure. Because we like what we like, but we want to know what you like too.
Yeah. I mean, if I could put any color out there, it's going to be pink and brown. If she were to put any color she likes, they're all going to be green.
Or pink. Like a mauve. Not like
mauve.
Not
mauve
like a
and
pink
green.
pink.
That's true. Mauve and green. And I am pink and brown. And
I'm being brave, though.
That is out of her comfort zone.
I'm working on a purple sweater, and I'm wearing a red sweater. Or a red vest.
But we've worked on Rebekah a lot this past year. I mean, when she puts on a jewel tone, sorry, we're very familiar with each other.
Stanley hair.
So when she puts on a jewel tone, she's just drop dead gorgeous. And so we've really been trying to get her out of her comfort zone a little
Tammy's
bit.
been pushing me to get out of my comfort zone.
Like
which
if we go get our nails done together or something, she's always going to get a mauve color.
I don't have them done now.
One day she goes, "What color do you think I should get?" And I picked the darker color. And I think she picked the darker color, but I think it bothered her. I mean, I don't think you were really comfortable in it.
I don't know.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No.
No? Anyway. Well, we're just chatting, guys. We could sit here and just chat all day.
We're cozy.
But we're looking behind you. So the camera's right here, and behind you is an open window where we're watching the snow falling.
Here, let me grab my phone. I don't think you're going to be able to see it through the blinds.
So,
oh, you can't see it. Well,
we'll put it here in the middle. So we're watching the snow fall. So it's beautiful. We need to go home, light our fires. I don't have a fireplace. I have a wood burning stove. So it's on a big rock hearth with a wood burning stove on top. And it's snowing, and we need to be knitting and watching the snow fall and have our fireplace and ovens on. I think tomorrow we'll have a snow day.
Yeah. We got to work today. She took the day off yesterday. And we're like, oh, because we're very close. I was like, oh, I made beef stew yesterday, and I'm going to have some for dinner today. And she's like, what? I made beef stew yesterday. So some intuition.
Yeah.
We both made beef stew yesterday, and we didn't plan it or anything. Yeah. So I'm having leftover beef stew this evening.
Yeah, it's funny. So we're the same personality type. We're both on the Myers-Briggs. We're both INFJs. And she was saying something yesterday. So I always often say, I think I have a little bit of adult ADD. I've said it for a while. Well, I guess my phone has heard me say that. So my phone is now bringing me ADD memes. And so I'm reading some of them. I'm like, oh. I thought that was my personality. So apparently, and it's very horrific. And if my mother watches this, she might get mad at me for saying this, but my mom's always saying my lightning fast brain, my lightning fast mind, my lightning fast mind. There's a diagnosis behind that. So anyway, it's just, where's my train of thought?
I don't know where you were going
with
that one.
That's an ADD thing. Why was I thinking? Because she was talking about, she thinks she might be a little autistic or on the spectrum a little bit, and she was talking about something that she did, and I said, well, that's an INFJ trait. That's why, anyway, hello, my lightning fast brain, just like my mother, goes everywhere. Anyway.
Well, I think that's all. We'll stop jabbering so you can get back to whatever you're doing. Thank you for joining us. We've missed y'all. We're hopefully going to get back into a regular schedule.
We try to post every 2 weeks.
Barring anything crazy that happens around here. But yeah, it's good to be back. Thanks for coming and visiting again. And if it's snowing where you are, enjoy the snow.
Stay indoors. Don't get out. Stay warm.
But we'll see you in a few weeks. Bye, guys.